They tried. Have you read about Napoleon? It's in my book back there, the whole quotation, along with Napoleon's picture. Napoleon said, I long for the day that I can take over Islam because it is the only true religion. Emperor Bonaparte, Napoleon. That's what the man said. Because he knew that even Jesus said, Assalamu alaikum. You don't know that. You don't believe it. I know you're looking at me funny. I can feel it. Can I give you the citation? White people wouldn't have to give you a citation. If they said it, you'd believe it. I don't mind giving a citation. In the book of John, in the 19th chapter, the 20th chapter, the 19th and the 21st verse, Jesus came to some of his followers and said what? Peace be unto thee. Now, Jesus didn't speak English. When you go home tonight, read the book of John. It's the fourth biographical book of the New Testament. The book of John, the 20th chapter, the 19th, because it's repeated, the 19th and the 21st verse. It says it twice, peace be unto thee, and he didn't speak English. That's all Assalamu alaikum means. They try to make you think of something spooky. Don't say that. Don't say that. No, try it. Just see someone and share. Assalamu alaikum. The next time someone becomes hesitant, say, look, man, Jesus said. Jesus said. Any questions, anything you want to ask, don't be bashful. I will try to answer to the best of my ability, anything. Yes, sir. Sorry? The Indians, well, you had two sources. One, you had the Indo-Aryan tribes who came across the Himalayan mountains around 2,000 or 3,000 BC. Prior to that, you had the African, the Harappa people, who were living in the land. The Gita describes the original occupants of India as being Negritos of black, frizzy hair. You had another group that was a combination of the two, who are now known as the Dravidians, and they kept retiring further and further south, so that the Aryan groups tended to become the Brahmins and the casted Indians. They represent maybe 10 or 20% of the population today. The balance of the populations are the outcasts or the Sudras or the Harijans or the Dalits, and these are the persecuted ones. The ones who are the descendants of Africa, who were taught that they had nothing but inferiority. That is the structure of India today. You're welcome. Yes, ma'am. Me, I'm not qualified to lead. What I'm qualified to do is to push. You see, I don't mind. I'm not afraid to lead, and I'm not afraid to die. I mean, that's not an issue, because I'm going to die anyway. So it's either 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, but one day I'm going to die. The question to me is not how long I'm going to die, but how did I live? So I want to be able to live for my people. I want to be able to push leaders all over the world. I want to be able to try to share with the leaders whatever I've learned. I want to be able to try to get behind them and to prevent the schisms and the jealousies and the ego. Someone has to kind of stand on the sidelines and say to them, brother, this ain't necessary. This is not going to help us. I think I'm best at that. However, if no one else will respond to the call, I will say, here am I, Allah, send me. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. The consular? Oh, you mean 325? Oh, well, that's an excellent conference. That is a conference in which the people and the leaders of the Christian church in Alexandria met with the leaders of the Christian church in Antioch. They had a dispute over the unity of God and the divinity of Jesus. There was a big dispute in the church. And this dispute was occasioned by one book called Barnabas or Barabbas. And that was a book in the Bible that the church excluded. They said, no, that won't fit, even though it appeared to be authentic. But the reason that book was excluded from the Bible is that in that book, Jesus said, after I die, they're going to try to elevate me and make me God. Don't let that happen. I am not God. Jesus also said that I'm going away to heaven and I'm coming back again. He said, but I don't know when I'm coming back. People wanted to know when he was coming back. Give him a date or a time, because Peter wanted to make sure he would be ready. Jesus said, I don't know when I'm coming back. The angels don't know when I'm coming back. The only one that knows when I'm coming back is my Father who's in heaven. So God can't have secrets from himself. So if God knows something and Jesus doesn't know it, it can't be one. So that's what the book of Barabbas said. They had a meeting in the Nicene Council, 325 AD, presided over by the son of Constantine, Emperor Constantine, and they would not put to a vote for the bishops to vote whether there was a Trinity or not, because they didn't have the votes. If they had voted in 325, whether there was 3 and 1 or not, it would have failed. So Constantine issued a decree. It was no democracy. He issued a decree saying, from henceforth, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, no one discuss it anymore, or you will be excommunicated from the church. That's how the doctrine came into being, but there are problems with the doctrine. There's problems because a man came to Jesus and said, good master, what must I do to be saved? Jesus said to him, why callest thou me good? There is none good but one, that is my Father. So you can't have Jesus and the Father the same if only one can be good. When Jesus was baptized, the voice was heard and the dove was seen. They were different. If you blaspheme the Father, that can be forgiven. If you blaspheme the Holy Ghost, that can't be forgiven. It can't be the same.